Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. Yeah, MATIC is still moving in this price channel that we've got on the chart. It's now reached this sort of further basically into this target area. I still only see three waves. So that means we basically have either an A, B, C structure, and the C wave of wave B has now just filled quite clear 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could still stretch higher, absolutely. The other possibility is that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, basically a diagonal, which however cannot really be trusted until it really forms 5 waves and ideally moves above, ideally would eventually move above 78 cents. But first of all, the priority needs to be, we want to see 5 waves up. I don't see them yet, okay? So I mean, in terms of making the yellow wave count, the clear primary count. I consider them both. I'm leaning towards yellow because the market is at the moment bullish, and as long as we're holding support, we said, we focus generally on the long side, okay? That's basically true across the sector. Might not be true for every single altcoin, but it's a very general statement and applies to most coins we cover anyway. So that's what I can tell you, and therefore we'd rather focus on the upside. I give you support levels. They so far have been holding. The support has now been lifted to the area between 61 cents and 56.6. That's because of the extension here that we've had in this possible third wave or C wave. But we have 5 waves up here in this move. So I can consider that at the moment 5 waves in wave C. It is going to be difficult to count that really as a third wave itself. So it looks pretty much like a 5 wave move actually. So having that as a third wave is a bit of a challenge. So what could be is that this is only the A wave of a third wave, okay? I still leave it labeled as it is now because it doesn't really make a difference. But it could mean that this is an A wave, we come down in wave B and would then continue in wave C, and the wave 3 is sitting higher. But, you know, we're in the trend channel. In the trend channel, you can apply different strategies. You can trade pullbacks to trend lines. So when we get back to this trend line, and you might say, okay, it's not a defined trend line. Well, it's a parallel trend channel. So this here is pretty well defined. So we can look at a possible reaction in this area, but it's overlapping with Fibonacci support as well. So what can I say? We focus on higher, absolutely. If there is a pullback, it shouldn't ideally break below 56.5 cents. It's now in a Fibonacci extension zone. So the next extension would be at 69 cents, which is also a previous resistance level. And above that level, we've got 72 cents. And then we have 78. That's a retracement level, which is very meaningful. I mean, we can also add here the 61.8 just to see if there's an overlap. So just highlighting, there's a bit of an overlap in this zone. First of all, we've got the trend line here again, and we've got the area between these two Fib extensions between 69.6 cents and 72 cents, and the 61.8 retracement level at 71 cents is also there. So there's a cluster of resistance. In addition, we have structural resistance here, and we had previous resistance here in June. So yeah, just watch that, and it looks like a 5-wave move to the upside. I don't see a clear 3-wave move in this structure, even though you can always see, that's why I trust the Fib levels more. You can always come up with a, with a 3-wave move for this wave 3. You can count it as 5, but you can also count it as 3. For example, I could easily count this as a W, X, Y structure in which we're given A, B, C. So it's a lesson from the Elliott wave principle book. You can count every 5-wave move as a 3-wave move as well. A, B, C in W, small X wave, A, B, C. The thing is, can it be trusted? Not really. The thing is, it's more important to focus on the bigger picture and to understand if we have relevant support levels. Either way, I haven't got a clear 5-wave move up overall. Therefore, we cannot trust this move up yet. That doesn't mean you couldn't trade it. We're possibly in an uptrend, but the uptrend will only be confirmed if we get a higher low, which would be the wave 4, okay, and another higher high. Then we have 5 waves, and then we need 3 waves down. That's how to do it. But again, you know, you don't need to wait with trading for, you don't need to wait for confirmation to make a trade. That's different. That's different from analysis. The analysis is pretty clear. We need 5 waves up, 3 waves down to trust it. From a trading point of view, you basically trade where reward is high and risk is low, which is, for example, down here, which was our green support area. We don't have many green areas. Green generally means higher quality, in my opinion, because the larger degree wave count looks quite good. And the next pullback zone will be the wave 4, but I have no indication it has started yet. Would have been nice here, yeah, from here to dip into this zone and then to move up, but it extended straight away, so it's probably still in a third wave. Count this as wave 4 already, not reliable, given the length and the depth of this wave 2. Yeah? I mean, what can always happen is that we are, that it's forming this, that we have a flat structure, a wave down in 3 waves, 3 waves up, and now we come down in the C wave of wave 4. That's also an option. So in a diagonal, we don't want to get too focused on micro counting. Oops, wrong tool. We just want to watch trend lines. We want to watch support. So it could be that. And at the moment, for me, the support, to be fair, should I leave it where it was? If it's an overshooting B wave, we want to give it a little bit more space rather. So let's leave support where it was, because if I look at this, we only have 3 waves up, so I cannot rule out a high B wave here. If we get 5 waves here in this extension, I will lift up support, but the support zone is always measured by basically the length of the third wave. And there is a chance the third finished here and we just have a flat structure, 3 waves down in wave A, which is all part of the wave 4, 3 waves up in wave B, overshooting B wave, and the C wave down. So let's see. I mean, I'll leave it where it is. We're watching the trend line, and yeah, not much more to add. I mean, this can, again, the forecast is higher. Yeah, we're in an uptrend, but any pullback is, of course, an opportunity. That's how we should understand this. We also know that altcoins always rally faster than most people think. So just be prepared for that. It shouldn't be a surprise to suddenly break to the upside. We are potentially in an uptrend, but from an analysis point of view, we can't really trust it until we have that 5-wave structure followed by a 3-wave move down. But certainly a break above 78 cents would reduce the likelihood of the wide wave count, which would still send us down lower. That's my update about MATIC. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.